So you're affiliated with Stop AI. Can you tell me what you're doing out here today and what the message of this protest is?
Yeah, my name's Sam, protester with Stop AI, and we're out here today because OpenAI, this company we're protesting in front of, is building something that's going to kill everyone on Earth.
Okay.
They're building what's called Artificial Superintelligence, and the guy who just won the Nobel Prize for his work in AI, his name's Geoffrey Hinton. So there's a 50% chance that artificial superintelligence could cause human extinction.
Do you share that P-doom with Geoffrey Hinton?
I don't really believe in P-dooms because the probability of something happening is based on prior data, and we have never built superintelligence before. We don't know what the probability of it causing extinction is. It could be that it's 100%, it could be 1%. Our argument is that since you cannot have experimental evidence before building it that it will stay safe forever, you should never build it. Because it could be the second you build it, it 100% of the time covers the Earth in data centers. We don't know. And we will never know before building it.
Okay. Wow. So do you think there are any positives to AI? Like, is there a chance that this leads to medical breakthroughs that we wouldn't have otherwise had? Maybe climate breakthroughs, something like that. Are there any pros, do you see, or is it all negative?
Yeah, we're not no AI, actually. We're Stop AI, primarily because we believe artificial superintelligence should be permanently banned. But there are some narrow AIs which are just good at very specific things like doing medical research that are fine, and can help with medical advancements and curing illnesses and whatnot, and fixing climate change. But it doesn't make sense to go build something general purpose that we would lose control of for the sake of fixing climate change and curing cancer if it's just going to kill us all or wipe out the biosphere. That doesn't make sense.
So is there a moment that you had where you woke up to this ideology or this thought? Is there a time or maybe an article you read or a video you saw where you thought, oh, this is the thing that I need to be involved in? This is the moment you had where you realized that it was worth protesting?
Yeah. I've been worrying about this since like 2016 when I read Superintelligence by Nick Bostrom, and then sort of, I don't know, worried about it and did nothing for like 5 years. And then when ChatGPT came out, 3.5, I realized that AGI was going to be here way sooner than a lot of people thought. And that's when I started doing something because I was just primarily worried about people I love dying.
I'm going to swap out my batteries really quick.
No worries. What's the point of curing cancer and fixing climate change with anything built? The second camp, or the second school of thought, is that it is a worthy successor. And our role as humanity is to be the bootloader, the thing that ushers this thing, superintelligence, into existence. And if it kills us and everyone we love, that's fine. And they think that themselves. Like, they're fine with it killing it. They just think it's their role to create it.
That sounds a bit bad.
And I'll give you a direct quote from Elon Musk. He said, like, originally I was dragging my feet on human AI and robotics, but then I came to the realization that it's either you can be a participant. Oh, he said originally, I don't want to create Terminator, and I was dragging my feet on AI and robotics because I don't want to create Terminator. But then he said, you could either be a participant or a spectator, and I'd rather be a participant. So now it's like pedal to the metal on digital superintelligence, and yeah.
So it's basically they're erasing each other to become the first one, and they don't care about the consequences.
Yeah. Someone actually put it really well. I think it might have been Tristan Harris. I can't remember exactly who said it, but they said, like, it's exciting to start a fire, even if you know you're going to die in the forest fire. It's just exciting to start it.
So what do you think will convince people to take this seriously? Yeah, but that feels theoretical. I think one of the problems when you're trying to create something that's theoretical, they don't have an emotional reaction. They go, yeah, I kind of understand that, and I can see that's possible, but it's not gut feeling. It's like a kind of reading a theory.
Well, do you think an ant would ever be able to control a human?
No, but then the ant doesn't know that it can't. I don't know if the ant worries about it.
Well, there's plenty of extinct species who went extinct because we had goals that didn't align with them existing. We cut down the rainforest, we drive gas-powered cars that harm the atmosphere. They're not around because of us, and we are the most intelligent species. We shape the planet the way we want it. We're very soon no longer going to be the most intelligent species, and this thing could want something that would lead to our extinction, similar to how we caused the extinction.
And you think that's going to happen quite soon?
Sam Altman says superintelligence could be here in like 3 years. There are ex-OpenAI employees who say it could be here 2 years from now. Yeah, but I mean, there's other employees at other companies saying that, and there's The Joffrey Hinton says it could be like 5 or 10 years away. Even if it's that far off, we need to start doing something now because it takes time for society.
So what do you think people
direct.
should do apart from protesting?
Protesting is the number one thing they should do. There's statistics that show that if you can get 3.5% of a country's population to engage in nonviolent protest, you're historically almost guaranteed to achieve any high-level political demand. And if we can nonviolently shut down the economy for long enough, we can force the U.S. government to permanently ban this, even if current politicians don't want to. So it's.
But what do you think about people who think, oh, it would be good if they cured cancer or something like that, and you're denying that possibility?
Well, okay, so we're not against narrow AI. It's AI that's just good at one specific thing, and you can use that to cure cancer, and you can use it to try to, alleviate climate change. What you can't do is build something general purpose that we could lose control of for the sake of curing cancer. If we lose
It's a bit
control
like nuclear power, then, is it? Sort of like you've got to have nuclear, but it also makes bombs as well as kind of makes the electricity.
Well, it's a bit different of an analogy. Specifically, I just like to focus on this one thing rather than compare it to nuclear because there's problems in the analogy. But, if you build something smarter than humans, you lose control of it, and it causes extinction, what was the point of building it for curing cancer? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And if you can't have experimental evidence before building it that shows it's going to stay safe forever, then don't fucking build it.
So you think it's inevitable?
No, it being built and causing extinction, I don't think it's inevitable. If I thought it was inevitable, I wouldn't get out of bed. I'm here because, specifically, there's a poll by a woman named Erica Cheoweth. She's a Harvard professor who looked at violent and nonviolent revolutions over the past 100 years, and she found that if you can engage 3.5% of the country's population in nonviolent revolt, you're very likely to achieve any high-level political demand. And of the nonviolent revolutions she looked at, over 50% of the nonviolent revolutions were successful within a year of their inception. So if we think we could be dead from superintelligence in just a couple of years, statistically, we can actually stop it using nonviolent revolt.
I think I need to ask ChatGPT about this, whether that's true.
Well, use your own brain.